Well, good evening, everybody. We'll go ahead and get started. I'm sure we'll have more join us as we get this meeting started. Welcome back. We're so glad to have you. It is session 3, so we're now halfway through. We just have this session tonight and one more next week before we wrap up this Path to Bronze Ambassador series. So glad you could join us. My name is Marie Gaynor, and I'm a leadership development coach in Central Florida. And joining me tonight is Pat James. Pat, are you with us?
I am. Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Thanks, Pat. And also we have Shakira Torres.
Hi, Marie. Good evening, everyone.
Thank you, Shakira. So Pat and Shakira are also leadership development coaches. And I see we have with us as well is Elaine No. Elaine is our senior leadership development coach in South Florida. You want to say hello, Elaine?
Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome back. What exciting times to be with Avon. I cannot wait for this training. Thanks, Marie, Shakira, and Pat.
All right, thanks, Elaine. So we'll come back to Elaine later because he always loves to close us out. But let's go ahead and get started. So again, welcome. We're so glad that you're with us and taking time out of your schedule to invest in yourself and in your business. But it is brag time, so let's celebrate any good things that have been going on in your business. So in the chat box, if you would, just type in what's happening with your business that you're excited about. Or even if you've been at RepFest, let us know. Have you been at RepFest? Did you have a good time? What good things are happening for you right now? Don't be shy. Come on, don't make me sit here. I'll have to put music on until somebody types a message. All right, RepFest was amazing. RepFest was a blast. Yes, it was. I am so tired, but I'm also exhilarated by everything that I saw and I heard. It certainly was fun. And how about next year being in New Orleans? How fun will that be? I think I'm going to have to ask my boss if I could maybe have a few days before extra and spend some vacation time up there. All right, Susan said she signed up a rep. Yay! All right. Hoping to have one or two. Lots of excitement around the 10. Yes, best. Yep, the old leads all day with a $10 deal. Thank you, Sherry, for doing that. Okay, those are lots of good things to celebrate.
Marie, I have also Laura Romero. She said that she got about $170 first campaign.
Oh my gosh, I'm seeing that now. They came in a little quick, so I didn't see that.
Oh,
Congratulations, Laura.
Congratulations.
Susan
That
Kayal
is
said,
terrific.
I signed up a rep during the promotion, hoping to have one or two more.
Terrific. Yes, and like Luz says, there is lots of excitement around that $10 enrollment, the Share the Love incentive. And we're going to go ahead and close us out later talking about that and exciting news about the Share the Love incentive. So certainly we need to
Marie,
keep,
did you see Rita had 100? She's up to 150 customers. She got
what?
4 this week. Wow.
Oh my gosh. And Mary, awesome. Mary, she has 2 people registered, 2 people enrolled. Thank you so much. Mary's in our coaching class right now. So she's a current coachee and she's been struggling getting new recruits. So this incentive is working not only for Mary, but everyone else. So excited for all of you. So that is a lot. So great. So now that we're pumped and ready, let's take a look at what this session is all about. Okay, so here are objectives. So by the end of the session, you'll be able to define selling and the impact it has on your business. You'll be able to apply key selling strategies to achieve success, and you'll be able to identify what's next for you. But let's kick off this session with just a quick review of last session's what we call Ready, Set, Grow actions to ensure that we keep them fresh. So hopefully you had a chance to complete your Plan Like a Boss worksheet. If not, it was emailed with the replay from last session. If you don't have that, we do have in our materials box, you'll see 2 handouts today. I did include the worksheet if you need it. But also, we talked about our 5x5 outreach, which means talking to 5 people or having 5 conversations every day. So 5 people, 5 conversations times 5 days a week. And that outreach would mean 25 contacts every week. So, think about how that will impact your business. And then we also talked about hosting an opportunity party, or whatever you might want to call it. It could be a pizza and possibilities. It could be a sip and sample. I mean, there's so many fun things that you can do, having a get together with people that may be interested in not only becoming your customer, but joining your team. And then we also talked about growing your team, and a lot of you have, so we challenged you to have at least 1 new person join you between last Monday and tonight. So congratulations to everybody who achieved that. All right. So let's take time to just review the actions that are needed in order for you to get to Bronze Ambassador. And it's consistency with which you do them that will get you to your next title achievement. So for most of you, we are looking at Bronze Ambassador. Some of you may already be there, but everything we're talking about on all of these workshop sessions are going to help all leaders no matter what level, but they are, especially for those of you that are new, we're hoping to give you the basic fundamental building blocks to get you to that first title achievement of Bronze Ambassador. So let's take a quick moment and bring back how easy it is to achieve the Bronze Ambassador. So remember, the first qualifier for the Bronze Ambassador title is having $200 in personal sales. Easy, right? So you have to do that every campaign. The next qualifier is having 3 or more orders in your first generation. And the final qualifier is having combined sales of $1,000 or more. That's it. So $200 in personal sales, 3 orders. So that means you have to have at least 3 people on your team. So their orders plus your orders totaling $1,000 will achieve Bronze Ambassador. That's it. So easy, right? Plus you earn great bonuses on your way there as well. So you earn a $20 bonus for every qualified new recruit and 3% commission every time your representative places an order. And don't forget, a qualified new recruit is a new person who joins your team who places an order in their first or second campaign of $150 or more. So that's a qualified new recruit. So again, you earn a $20 bonus on every qualified new recruit, and for the lifetime of that person on your team, a 3% commission every time they place an order. You also can earn a promotion bonus of $500 when you achieve Bronze Ambassador title for the very first time, and when others on your team do the same thing. So when they duplicate everything that you're doing and they also achieve the Bronze Ambassador title, they win, they get the $500 promotion bonus, but guess what? You get a $250 mentor bonus. So that could add up to a lot, right? Right now with this Share the Love incentive, the $10 enrollment fee, everybody in your team needs to know about it. So share, because when they win, you win. So earning all of this is at your reach, and you have it in you to make it. And to make it, just easy for you to achieve is having knowledge about our BOSS system, right? So earning all of these bonuses, we have the BOSS system. So we've talked about this before. We've been talking about this all along, but it is the foundation of our program. And the reason for this is because it's a proven way to achieve the goals that you want. In our last sessions, we talked about the first component, which is your belief in yourself and belief in your goals. In session 2, we went in deeper to the second component, which is outreach. And that's when your belief takes action. It's when the rubber meets the road, so to speak. But tonight, however, we're focusing on selling. To sell, we have to be interested in someone's need. With Avon, of course, the most successful representatives sell the opportunity and our wonderful product line. But let's identify what you can do to sell both the products and the opportunity. Remember in our last session, we discussed the 5x5 method, which helps you basically cast a wide net to the people you're connecting with every day, right? So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to my friend Pat, and she's going to be talking about why every connection is important.
Thank you, Marie. Well, yes, every connection is important, of course, in Avon. And that's what we really love about this 5x5 method. It creates a new opportunity every day. When you're out there talking to 5 a day, that's 25 in 5 days. And just think about that. That's a lot of people to be talking to. And when you connect with someone, it creates the opportunity to not only sell the products, which we are a product-driven company, but to add your new team members, to start a fundraiser, or even ask for referrals. And people love sharing Avon and their love of Avon. So those referrals are available, and you just need to learn to ask for those referrals. But, you know, we talk about even if you hear a no sometimes, just remember things change for people all the time. So it's more like a not yet. And I like to say that no does not mean never. And so it's always important to leave people with a good feeling about Avon so that they know that when things change, that Avon is the right decision for them. That's why you should aspire to really becoming the Avon brand. And as I said, leaving people with a good feeling. Someone just called me this weekend, and she had talked to a person a while ago, and things were not right in that person's life at that time. That person reached out and contacted her, and now I'm happy to say that person is a new representative in Pennsylvania and very excited, and also got to enjoy the $10 entry to become a representative. So just remember, no does not mean never. And I said about being the Avon brand, successful representatives do become the brand. We know that we want to be proud of the company you represent every time you walk out the door, and be prepared always to find new people and be knowledgeable of everything that we have to offer. And you're already on that terrific path because you've taken your time to dedicate yourself to this series. So you're gaining knowledge all of the time. I really think that it's important to understand that being proud of the company every time you walk out or post, that is really important because we want to be professional and a business and allow people to know everything that Avon can do for them because it is about them. Being prepared, of course, is something that you do through learning how to talk to people and doing that 5x5. Marie, next slide, please. So the other thing that successful representatives do, besides really promoting that brand, and that means wearing the clothes and talking about the perfume and all of that, is successful people set selling goals every campaign. So if you would look at page 2 on your Plan Like a Boss worksheet, because we're going to take time to fill out that portion, the selling portion, and ensure that you have a selling goal for this and your next campaign. So, you know, I'm sure many of you have already thought about your goals, but if you haven't, just take a moment and put your goal in there for this campaign and for next campaign, what you would like to earn, your potential earnings. So that you can see by doing this and a few simple calculations, you can set that selling goal. for your campaign. So the example we're looking at here is this representative actually set a goal, and they decided they want to sell $50 to 10 customers in a campaign, which would be $500 in sales. This results in a $200 potential earnings. And remember, the qualifier for Bronze Ambassador is to reach that $200 per campaign in award sales. So this planning goal really gets you two things. It gets you your $200 in potential earnings and the sales needed for the new title. But that realistically can be any number that you feel you can achieve. We know that it takes effort and work, but this one, she is looking at $200 with simply 10 customers. If we're looking at our 5x5, you are contacting a lot of people during the week. And in 2 weeks, that's 50 people. So it's very, very doable. So you can imagine when you're building your team, you know, you want to teach your team members to do the same type of planning. And the financial possibilities are endless. They're open to what people's goals are. So when you pair this with consistency and you're persistent and you follow up, you're going to have a very strong business, and so will your team. So I'd like to ask, has anyone actually set a goal? Would you mind typing it in the chat box? A campaign goal? How much would you like to earn?
I think we need to set some music out there, Pat.
I think so. Oh, come on. You know you have an idea how much you'd like to earn. It's okay. It's your goal. It's personal. 300 per campaign.
Well, Pat, why don't you ask him the famous question on how much would you like to not only earn, how much money will make it worthwhile for you to
That's
do
right.
this business?
How much money would make it worthwhile for you doing your Avon business?
Exactly. How much is that?
Well, someone said 450 and above. Mary says her sales goal each campaign is always 450.
And how much
Carol
does that
Engel,
generate for you, Mary? How much does that generate for you in terms of earnings? And are you satisfied with that?
exactly.
Every 2 weeks? And start thinking about how much would you like to take home every 2 weeks? And then we can look at how we can help you. If that 450 is not enough, how we can help you get there so you can earn exactly how much you want to, how you want to take home every 2 weeks after everything else is done.
Right. So of course you can see here that we're using the 40% if you're new to it. And I see here that Cheryl was saying she needed 500. So she had it figured out, okay? So, I think that really when you look at this formula, you can plug in any numbers that you need. But again, what makes it worthwhile for each of you to have your Avon business? And how much do you want to earn? That is the big question. And of course, we need to remember that is the first thing we should be discussing as you're going out there talking to people about the opportunity, asking them, how much would you like to earn in your first campaign with Avon? And let them tell you, because we never want to put limits on anyone, and the sky's the limit. And as long as you're there to help them and teach them what to do and coach them along, it's achievable. And you have the formula right here that you can use. So very good. Thank you everyone for answering. It's great because I know it's probably different than maybe what you're used to doing, but you need to trust us as we go through this process, because this will become even more and more important as we move into the other opportunities that are available for you. And the next slide, please. Here it is, President's Club. I can't say enough wonderful things about President's Club. But when you set selling goals and you're achieving those greater earnings, your personal sales, of course, and the money you need to qualify for your titles, it helps you secure this, what we call PRP, President's Recognition Program membership. And you even reach new levels. So Avon's celebrating the President's Recognition Program in its 50th year. And this has been life-changing for many, many people who have been with Avon and have consistently been in President's Club and above. So we're talking that, we know there are perks associated with President's Club, and this information is on youravon.com. And they've also produced a really beautiful new booklet that takes you through all of the things that this program has to offer. But just a few things that I would like to tell you about tonight is what we're seeing here on the screen is your 40 to 50% earnings and 25% on your fixed earning items. And that is for a year when you achieve President's Club. You're able to order up to 3 demos from the What's New. And you do get invited to the Recognition Program Tribute, which is a lovely, lovely banquet. And people are honored there, and they circulate with each other and are so happy and proud of each other. It's just a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful event. And when you are also in your President's Club, you're going to get points. And for birthdays and holidays, and there are other perks too. And some that I really love are that President's Club and above, they get to enjoy the extra savings on member-only product bundles throughout the year. And it's an additional way to really, earn incentives with this member-only bonus. So you get to see these bonuses through the bundles and incentives. They also have achievement pins. And as you move up through, you get these beautiful pins. And it just explains, which level you're at. And I had already mentioned the demos. And those 3 demos make a difference from the What's New. I think that the points are really important because, believe it or not, Avon has 3,000 awards available. So as you accrue these points, you can actually go into rewards and recognition, and you can actually see what these items are. And I mean, they are gift cards, and they are items for around the house and all types of things. And I see, they have things from LL Bean. They have things from Longhorn Steakhouse, SeaWorld, Disney. It's just incredible. Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm looking right now, and they had a KitchenAid mixer. It's just lovely. And then, of course, all representatives are eligible to earn free products, gift cards, cash awards, trips. And I will tell you that last year, more than 1,000 achievers and guests earned an opportunity to vacation like a boss in the Bahamas. This year, they set sail and they were on a cruise to Bermuda on the Royal Caribbean's Anthem of the Seas. Beautiful cruise ship. So you can earn a trip for yourself, or you can earn trips also with a spouse or your child or best friend. And this is where your Avon business can take you. I did hear that RepFest made an announcement that the new incentive will be Los Cabos, Mexico, and it will start in campaign 1 this year. So we're ready. We're ready to gear up, So it's really lovely to see all the incentives and all of the offers that they have for you when you reach President's Club. And that takes us to actually, how do we get there? We get there through selling. We know that. And keeping it short and simple. Approach, create excitement, and close. And that is something that we do, whether it be a product or whether it be the opportunity. So it's important to remember that if this is something that's a little bit out of your comfort zone, or even if you feel like you're a natural, you should always practice. So you can really use this with every interaction. And I can't stress enough that when we're talking about selling, It is about selling the opportunity and the products. So just keep practicing. And with a friend, a family member, one of your team members, every time you're going outside and you're doing the 5x5, every interaction's an opportunity to actually practice. And it's kind of exciting because when you really take this to heart, you're going to do this every day at every interaction. It becomes second nature. And when you do this, you're really going to be kind of guaranteed to find those next team members. And Marie said it best, be interested, not interesting. And when you find out more about people, you're better able to help find a way to help them get what they need to get from this business. So I think, we said, will everyone say yes? Well, we've talked about it. And we know that once in a while, someone's going to say no, of course, and not everyone will say yes. But there are going to be people that do. And when you find them, remember, it's all in the preparation. And with that, Marie, I think it's Shakira's time.
Thank you, Pat. Great information. I think that tonight it's gonna be a great night with this information. It's been very helpful for you. And tonight, that we're talking about selling, and Marie just talked about how you can get to bronze ambassador or achieve bronze ambassador, and it's the combination of selling your products and selling the opportunity. And then Pat was talking about selling the products. What's your goal? What's your personal goal in sales? What's your potential earnings that you want to have? And she talked about PRP. So now I'm going to talk about selling the opportunity. And you have to be prepared for every outcome. So you remember what to do, right? So it's going to be 3 easy ways you can set them for success. First is to help them choose the best starter kit for them. And now with Sharing the Love, the $10 kit incentive, and they have been extended the incentive through campaign 18. Okay, so you have more time to share the love with Avon. So it's gonna be a huge opportunity for you to engage those people that actually they are not sure to become a representative, and you can encourage them with this great incentive. Okay. Second is to help them get started right away by immediately sharing the new representative offer available to them. So it's going to be the Ready Now tools. So remember last week that we have the session 2 that I talked about the Ready Now, what you have ready now for them. Can you type on the chat box, what are your Ready Now tools? So that your potential new representative can right away start their businesses. What's your Ready Now tool? Can you type it on the chat box? Let's see. Let's see if you remember. Rosemary, thank you. The beauty bundle, the daily care collection, absolutely. She also said the Avon University, okay, the Avon Social. Oh my God, Rosemary is just, she's pumped right now. Thank you, Rosemary. On fire. Okay, so yes, one of the Ready Now tools is the daily care collection, okay? If you are a new representative and you don't have it, so tap it on the chat box. We can help you with that. The daily care collection is one of them. So you can encourage your new representative to snap a picture and send it to all their friends, neighbors, family, so they can have they started with new customers. What else do you have ready now? Daily care collection, that's one. And then also the Avon Social that Rosemary just mentioned. The online store, they have the online store ready now. So also the Avon Social app as well. So those are ready now tools that they can use right away while they are waiting for their starter kit and their brochures, right? Because we want to keep the excitement. So if we want to have them hot, we have to share with them those tools that they can use it right away. So those three things, you have to do it with them so they can feel that you care about them. Remember that Marie mentioned about being interested, not interesting. So that's one of the things that you should do every time you sign up someone new. Then the follow-up is very important. Within 7 days, it's very important your follow-up. How many of you follow up within 7 days when the new representative, after the new representative sign up? And I'm asking this question because it's not just about signing them up, it's about converting those contracts or appointments into orders. Remember also that I mentioned in the session 2 last week, I mentioned that the first conversation or the first question that you should ask for your new representative, and it was, how much would you like to earn in the next week or in the next 2 weeks? So that is 7 days. 7 days is a week. So you have to have a follow-up in order for you to convert those contracts into orders. Okay, do you agree with me? Does that make sense? Yes, no? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, I see a lot of yes. Okay, thank you. All right, so that is something very important for you to use. Also, if Marie, can you change the slide for me, please? Okay, so this is also very, very, very important for you to use. And I mentioned this slide will be very familiar with you because I mentioned this on the last week. And it's the calculation or the success formula that you can use for every new representative. After the question, how much would you like to earn? You can make along with the new representative, this calculation, because it's going to help the new representative to see how much they have to sell in order to get their desired earnings. Okay? Remember, the 2.5 is based, let me see if I have good students here. So can you type on the chat box, what is the 2.5 based on? How can I get that to 40%? Oh my God, Rosemary, it's really on fire. Thank you, Rosemary. So it's based on the 40% guarantee earnings. So that is the 2.5. And in this example, the new representative expressed that she wants to earn 125. So the magical number 2.5, you use it with the desired earnings. So you're going to multiply 125 by 2.5, the total is $313. That's the total in sales that the new representative needs to sell. But you have already shared with them the Ready Now tools, right? So you're going to help them create or build this the $313 in sales. How can you do that? If you divided that by 20, okay, the 20 is based on what? How can I get that 20? Selling the bundles, absolutely. With this daily care collection, you divided that with within the total teams, award sales, and that is a total of 16 bundles that the new representative needs to sell. Okay, but not also that you don't have to, the new representative don't have to sell just the bundles, because remember, you also have another Ready Now tool, which is the online store. She can be able to share or promote the online store, and the customers can buy from the brochure online. They buy, they pay directly, and they receive it directly to their homes. So isn't that easy for you to to share with the new representative. So I encourage you to every single new representative that you sign up, share with them the Ready Now tools, okay? And also take advantage of the Share the Love $10 incentive. Okay, Marie, you can keep going. Thank you. All right. So we are talking about being preparing for every outcome, and now you have to be prepared also for new customers. You should always be ready to welcome your new customers as well. So make sure always have with brochures or your online store link ready to share. If someone asks to see the products and you don't have anything to share, it's like your store is closed. And that's the last thing you want, right? Also, samples are great to have handy. They entice your new customers to try and buy. So when we talk about online store, it's about having your store 24/7 open. Even if you are sleeping, even if you are, working on anything else, your store will be open every single time. So promote your online store every single time, okay? And live demos are almost a guaranteed sale. How many times have you decided to buy something once you saw it and tried it on? How many times? Let's see. How many times have you decided to buy something once you saw it and tried it on? Many, many, many. Okay, many times. I include myself. Many times. So that's what we want for you to do every time with your customers, and also to share that with your new representative. Remember, when a new representative sign up, it is because they're interested in something, they want to be successful, but you have to be along with them, okay, to help them with the right tools, okay? All right, so, okay, Kitty said it's so much fun waking up to an online order, money while you sleep. Absolutely, Kitty, I agree with you. Isn't that great? That's the feeling when you wake up and see you, oh my God, I have credit on my account. Absolutely, love it. It says Susan. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Marie, you can continue with the next slide. All right, so let's see. Let's type on the chat box. I want to hear from you your aha moment from this session. What's your aha moment? Share with us in the chat what are some of your aha moments from this session. I'm going to give you 1 minute. What did you learn tonight? Okay, Marie, if you can help me with the chat box as well.
I will. So Susan says it just continues to motivate her to advance to the next level. So thank you. Larita says how easy it is to calculate the earnings. So I love that formula. And before we close out tonight, we'll bring that slide up and leave it for anybody that wants to take a picture of it, because I think that would be a good idea for them to have it on their phone. So when they're out and about, they'll have that formula handy that they can go ahead and figure out what their new representative needs to do. Mary, the formula, yeah, it looks like a lot of people are interested in the formula. Cheryl says steps to bronze ambassador and calculating how to get to your desired earnings. Great.
Excellent.
Diana says, great
tips, love these meetings. Okay.
Great. We love to hear all of that. So thank you so much. Okay, Shakira, I'm going to go ahead and just quickly, if it's okay, I'm going to just go ahead and jump in here. Okay. So on the Ready, Set, Grow, certainly we want you to complete page 2 of your Boss Life worksheet. And be the Avon brand. Pat talked about that earlier. And we want to do a selfie challenge, right? So before next week, put on some jewelry, put on your favorite Avon lipstick, put on Avon Clothing and take a selfie. We want to see your picture. So we're going to ask you, when I send out reminders, I'm going to ask you to email us a picture. You might find your picture in our next PowerPoint. So we want you to be in our selfie challenge, right? And then practice making connections during your chance encounters. It's easy, right? So practice those connections, sell the opportunities, sell the products. And then finally, instead of one person, we'd like to see you add 2 or more people to your team between now and next week. And Avon is listening to you guys, right? So they are listening. So I'm going to talk to you about our Share the Love incentive. But don't forget, this is an unknown quote. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. So that's one of the reasons why we are always challenge you to maybe get out of your comfort zone, stretch a little bit, because you're not going to grow unless you're challenged. So the $10 Share the Love Starter Kit has now been extended through campaign 18. So that takes us to like August 20th, maybe August 21st. On the Avon USA Facebook page, it said August 20th, but I think Pat says, oh, I think it's the 21st. So we're not quite sure. But I pulled this right from the page. It says, keep sharing the love. We heard you because of its overwhelming success. We've extended the $10 Share the Love Starter Kit incentive through August 20th. So keep inviting family, friends, and new recruits. They can help you grow your team and join the Avon community just in time to take advantage of all the amazing incentives and new products we have coming up. So that was announced at RepFest with an overwhelming cheer that rocked the house. So for those of you that were in that general session, it was deafening when that announcement was made. So lots of fun there. So don't forget that when your new representative is appointed, so if I want to take you to the bottom box right now, there will be an added box because it's being extended, but you can see it says July, if they signed up between July 25th and August 6th, they have to place their first order. In order to get these extra incentives, they have to place their first order by the 21st of August. So that's why it's really important to use the Ready Now tools that Shakira was telling you about. So it's really important that you introduce them to the Daily Care Flyer, have them do a snap and share, make sure you text it to them, email it to them, post it on their timeline on their Facebook page, get it to them so they can get started selling right away, and then make sure they get set up on their e-store. You might want to do virtual meetings with them if they're not in your neck of the woods. If you can't meet with them face to face, get on a virtual meeting with them. But whatever it takes, you've got to put those tools in their hands so that they can place their order quickly, because it has to be quick for them to enjoy the benefits of this incentive. So as you can see in their first campaign, they just need to submit an order of any size, and Avon will be sending them 2 more Best of Beauty sampler packs and 5 more brochures for them to share with even more friends. Then in their second campaign, when they submit a second order of $150 or more, they'll be rewarded for continuing to share the love with 5 more brochures and a really cute tote bag to carry and display all their favorite products. And then in their third campaign, if their 3 orders, their first 3 campaigns total $500 or more, they're going to receive the premium enrollment kit, which is a $400 value. So as you can see, it comes with tons of product. So again, getting them out of the gates quickly and efficiently with the bundle flyer and introducing them to the e-store, getting that out, it's just really important for their success and for your success. All right, before we open it up for a Q&A, I want to turn it over to Elaine. I think he has something that he'd like to share with you.
Oh, thank you, Marie. Outstanding information. And everything is structured around your earnings and how to grow your business. But I wanted to make sure, in case you haven't heard about campaign 19, Those of you who are at RepFest knows in campaign 19 is double dollars. Everything that you sell is double dollars in terms of your award sales. But as you're getting ready to put in your campaign 17 order, I'm challenging you. In campaign 19, that brochure is all Avon representatives. Every single, there's no models, it's all Avon representative. What an amazing opportunity for you to build a brand and talk about it and also mention it to your customer. This is all Avon representative. If you want to become a representative, you might be in those brochures as well. And I challenge you, like Shakira was mentioning as part of, Ready, Set, Go, is that as you go through, the more brochure that you have is the more people that you touch, the more people that's going to see it, the more people are going to see your name on it. So I challenge you for campaign 19, since it's representative only on that brochure, I challenge you to order 3 times the amount that you order now. 3 times the amount of order now, and make sure that you distribute it to every single person that you come across of. And also make sure that everyone knows that these are all Avon representative. Everybody always talk about that. I haven't met one person who doesn't have a history with Avon, whether it's their grandma, whether it's the person in their neighborhood, but you have a huge opportunity in front of you. This is new Avon. This is an amazing direction that this new Avon is going. New Avon is the Avon that they used to know, but on steroids. Modern, amazing new products, amazing opportunity. And if you were at RevFest, all the things that were announced, and a lot of you who weren't there, if you look at your vibe, there's a lot of things that were announced as well. How much do you want a part of that $25,000 that's going to be given during the fourth quarter? And it starts with making sure that you're capturing 5x5. And I know Larita's talked about 7x7. This is how do you do that? Conversation, making sure you have enough brochure, that everybody have their hand in your brochure, and just really go out there. And one question that was asked is, how much money do you want to earn to make this worthwhile for you? Is it 200? Is it 400? Is it 500 every 2 weeks? But one thing that we know, it is totally up to you. Marie, Shakira, myself, Pat, and all the rest of your coaches, your upline, will definitely support you to get every single cent you want out of this business. Okay, so Marie, with that, I'm going to be quiet because you can tell how excited I am with all those amazing things that are coming down from this announcement. But I think what we can do right now is start make sure with our 17 order, we order enough of the 19 brochures to make sure we start blowing it up. Okay?
Thank you so much. Yeah, so to Elaine's point, make sure you keep your eye on youravon.com. Also, if you're not on the Southeast Facebook or the the Avon USA Facebook page, make sure that you join so that you can, keep your eye on all the incentives that are coming up and hear all the news about everything that came out of RepFest. And I'm sure all the details will be posted very soon. Okay, so I'm going to unmute everybody's mic. So if you are in a noisy location, after I mute you, if you would mute your microphone if you're not going to ask a question, but we'll open it up and we'll take some questions. Oops. Okay, there we go. All right. I'm already hearing some background noise. All right, thank you. All right, anybody have any questions? Of course, you can type it in the chat box if you'd like.
Hi, this is Rosemary.
Hi, Rosemary. You're on fire.
That's what happens when you mention New Orleans. I've been trying to go to New Orleans for the longest time.
Me too. I can hardly wait.
That is actually give me an excuse. So my question to you, first of all, I want to apologize. I am working. I do work second shift, so I just have to get a little late. But can anyone suggest any scripts that you're using on Facebook to try to get people interested and kind of help convert them? I've been doing a lot of promoting on Facebook outside of when I am not working, whenever I meet people and try to get their information and contacting them that way.
So, and certainly Pat and Shakira, you can jump in. I happened to be talking to a very successful leader at RepFest and asked her a similar question. And she said that she really is not using any script, but posting from Avon Social, the new recruiting flyers. So that, like, she'll do a recruiting post, you know, like a join my team, and then later in the day she'll do the share the love flyer. So she's really not saying anything other than, you know, love for you to join my team, go to startavon.com, enter code whatever. That's really all that she's saying. She's just posting the really great flyers, you know, all the Avon Social's full of great recruiting material. So just combining that with the share the love and just adding her information on how, you know, where to go to get started.
Okay,
So
then I must be hitting the wrong groups, because I've been doing nothing but putting the share my love flyer, share the love flyer, and then what I do on the flyer is I actually added my web information and, like, you know, you're looking to earn income,
right.
contact.
So,
like
you know, you probably, you know, your outreach you might need to change up your outreach, join different groups. I don't know if you're in any meetup groups, things like that, next door groups in your area where you live. But certainly, you know, you don't want to be, if you're in the same groups with a bunch of other Avon representatives, that's not going to help you, right? So I would definitely suggest checking out, you know, meetups, you know, whatever you have. If you have a special interest, let's just say you like to quilt, or, you know, like to do something like that, find quilting meetup groups, or just, you know, just join groups that have something that may interest you, and introduce yourself, and start posting in those groups as well.
Okay, yeah, the groups I've been posting, there's not a lot of, actually, I don't really see any Avon reps, and I do that for, you know, I scope the group to make sure there's not a lot. Yeah, like you said, overly saturated. So I just wanted to make sure I was doing the right thing. I guess I'm just hitting the wrong areas right now. All right, cool beans. Thank you.
Okay.
And I think, Marie, that
before I let you go, but I want you to realize one thing. Okay, you are doing the right things. You are exploring. You are going out there. You are acting. You have actions behind the things that you're doing. But you know what? You keep on exploring all these ventures. Things eventually will turn around in your favor. But the important thing is, like, you are going out there, you are exploring, you are doing that. And as you build a team and you teach them and coach them to do the same thing, and you watch how your team is going to explode. And one of the things that you want to make sure that you do, just like Marie did for you, that she asked a representative and that person shared with them, anybody on your team, on your upline, just ask them to share what's working. You know, which direction, you know, that always going to help, okay?
Yeah, they've some of the people I have asked on my upline did a lot of book tossing. That doesn't do very well for me. Honestly, I've done that and I don't get any reply back. So what has helped for me is, honestly, when I'm out there getting food from a drive-through, I'm telling people that, giving them a book, getting their information. I'm good at getting names, numbers, and emails. That I am good at, which is good. Is the getting it to the next level is where I'm having difficulty. And I guess I need to either polish it, or it might be just the people I'm coming across is not, they say they're interested, but they're really not. So it's kind of like, well, you know, and that's what I seem to be getting a lot of. I don't see a lot of people.
Rosemary, number one, I love to hear that you're actually getting outside of the social media realm and talking to people face to face, because those are the best recruits. So people that you recruit traditionally tend to be better representatives, and the retention is longer. So talking all the time. So, and I personally, just from experience in my past role with Avon, know that it's the best route to go out and just talk all the time. And look in the area that you live in. I don't know where you live, but look in other Facebook groups. Go into your community groups. Purchase the local newspaper, see what's going on in your community, and take advantage of events, job fairs, community events, that you may have to pay something to participate, but you'll put yourself in front of a lot of people in a very short amount of time, and be able to have a lot of conversations. So just be prepared. Whoever your coach might be in your area, reach out to that coach and see how that coach can support you, or maybe partner you with another representative that can help you work if you don't have anybody to do that. But certainly, I feel like that's, so good luck with that.
I know I'm on the right track. And Susan,
Right.
I noticed you put something there. I have done vendor events. I stopped doing that because, quite honestly, there's not a lot of people coming for vendor events. So I decided to get, and this is for someone else, I've actually partnered up with a local business. I'm in Lakeland, so I partnered up with a local business that they normally don't have Avon representatives set up there, and I've been honored to be allowed to do that. And I've known people, even district managers at the time, couldn't even do that before at this location. So I've been really, really lucky. So I've been utilizing that as well as my other go-to.
Great.
More regularly.
Good.
But
Thank you.
Thank you. At least I know I'm on
Great.
the right track, so I feel so discouraged. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks.
All right. Anybody else have any other questions before we close? Rachel says you can also take a basket with brochures and samples around to the different malls. I love that.
Love that. Love
Business,
that.
yeah, business to business, doing, Avon customer appreciation days and prospecting business to business is a really great way to prospect for customers and for new team members.
Right. And I think something that was said by our previous guest, that she said that tossing books doesn't work for her. The return on investment is not there. If that's something that we're doing, that's something we need to look at. What is the return on the investment that we're putting out there? And, the world has changed so much today. And like social media is such a huge place, Facebook, so start looking at some of the things that we're doing right now, see what's working and see what's not working. Remember the meaning of insanity, right? Is doing something over and over again and expecting different results. So if something is not working, you have to be adventurous and try to find ways to make sure get people engaged and know that you are part of New Avon LLC, which is the number one direct seller in the world.
Any other questions? Okay, we did have a question from Cheryl, said, can someone please tell me what % we earn on Aspira products? So you earn full earnings on Aspira, so it depends on your sales in the campaign that you're placing your Aspira orders. So if you have a $500 order, then you'll earn 40% on the products. If you have a $100 order, then you'll be earning 20%. So yeah, it depends on what you're earning that particular campaign.
Marie, this is Pat.
Hey, Pat.
I'd like to throw it out there. It was on my slide tonight, and I think it's really important when we're looking at this share the love. We talked about that not everyone might, say yes, but referrals. Often people you're talking to will know someone who is perhaps looking to start their own business, make some part-time income. And so it's very important, just as important as it is to ask the most important question: how much would you like to earn from this business? What would make it worthwhile for you? One of the other very, very important questions is, who do you know? Do you know anyone that might perhaps be looking to earn some part-time income, or, like I said, to really just start their own business? So referrals are a really, really good way. It is still part of your, what we call warm market, acquaintances of acquaintances. And Marie's right, traditional appointments definitely stay longer, work closer with you. And by working and reaching out in your own community, you can really, really develop a team that is close enough for you to do your team meetings, for you to be that true leader and coach. So I just wanted to throw that in there, that let's not forget to ask that question as well, because maybe perhaps it's not the right time in their life, but like I told you, things change all the time. You always want to leave people with a good feeling about you and about Avon.
That is an awesome point, and it's funny that you mentioned that. This is Rosemary again. I realized that, like, wait, I'm not asking for referrals. What am I doing? So it's funny you mentioned that. I just started doing that this week, and that is a great point. Not only for, like you mentioned, people that are interested, that might be interested in starting their own business, but also customers. And because I did, I had my brand new customer actually gave me her friend's name. So yes, thank you for that reminder, and thank you for that point.
That's a really good point. And the other thing, I knew someone who was recently telling me they're very, very good customers. They were giving them an extra brochure when they dropped off the order, delivered their orders. They were giving them an extra brochure and said, could you please share this with one of your neighbors or your friends? And they're getting so many more customers by doing this. So that extra, when Elaine said order extra brochures, this is an excellent way to use those extra brochures and see what your return on your investment will be. But people love to share an Avon brochure. So if you give them that extra brochure with your contact information on it, they can pass that on to friends and family.
Good point. Thank
So
you.
I just got a private message, a little bit off the subject, but Marva Taylor said, don't forget to remind them that Aspira is launching a new line of vitamins for kids.
I know.
I know. So we need to make sure all of our customers know, and that would also, I think, also be, and Marva said it, you know, it would be a good recruiting tool as well. So